Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kari with Crochet Me Knots. On today's tutorial, we're going to make this really simple, looks actually a little more complicated than it really is, but it's a very simple to make ear saver, and it looks like little chain links, kind of 3D, really simple, and it is crocheted in one piece. So we're going to make this little guy here. And before we get started, of course, I like to remind you, always check the description box for any corrections, any notes. Also, if I mention any links or any videos during my tutorial, those are linked below as well. My Instagram account is linked below, as well as my eBay store. And I definitely would love to see pictures of your work. If you followed one of my tutorials, definitely tag those pictures on Instagram. So tag my account on Instagram, tag all your photos. All right, so like I said, we're going to be making this guy here, and it's not difficult at all. So what we need, I'm going to be using this blue, it's a medium 4-ply worsted weight yarn. So I'm going to use what's left of that. Doesn't take a lot of thread, so I'm not going to be using the whole ball, but this is something good to use your leftovers for. We're going to need a 5mm hook. We need two needles, a yarn needle if you're going to sew in your ends, and we do need a hand needle with a large eye if you want to sew in your buttons with the same yarn, which is what I always do. It's a little more secure and it's easy, but you do need a thin enough hand needle that will fit your button holes, and of course, like I said, make sure it has a large eye for the yarn. And 2 buttons. These are 20mm. And I said scissors. Yes, we're good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get everything we need. Let's get started. Alright guys, so this is actually a very simple project. And I think it's really cute if you want to make a headband for a baby. You can use a finer yarn, and the only thing that happens when you use a different thickness is just the width of it. It narrows down, or it gets a little wider if you use a thicker, heavier weight. So that's basically it, but I think this is really cute for a headband for a little girl or for a baby, so that's something you might want to try. I like to leave a long tail at the beginning, like I mentioned, if you want to use the yarn to sew in your buttons, which is what I find to be easiest. I leave a long tail both at the beginning and at the end. Once we fasten off, then you leave a long tail to sew in your buttons. That way you have a tail at each of the ends. I'm not going to do that now because I'm not going to sew in buttons. I'm just going to show you. This is for the video. So we're going to start with our slip knot, and we are going to chain 8. Okay, so once we have our 8, the first 3 chains are going to count as a double crochet. So we're going to go ahead and go on to our 4th and double crochet. So we are going to yarn over and then count 1, 2, 3, 4. On that 4th chain, we're going to insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And that is a double crochet. So we're going to keep going all the way down, just double crochets in each of the chains. And we're going to have a total of 6 double crochets. And that chain 3 counts as 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so to turn our work, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn. So we always skip the first stitch. That's already our chain 3 counts as the double. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next one and crochet a double crochet. And in each of the stitches all the way down, again for a total of 6 double crochets. Now don't forget that chain 3 at the beginning, so we're going to go ahead and chain our double crochet on the top chain. I'm getting stuck in here. Okay, there we go. So we have 6. All right, so we'll do the same, chain 3, and this row, this is where we're going to start to shape the lengths of our chain. So again, skip that one, double crochet in the second one, and we are going to chain 15. And once we have our 15, we are going to slip stitch all the way down that chain. So onto the second chain from the hook, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull through that other loop, and that's a slip stitch. So continue that all the way down. And you'll notice it'll start to curl into a circle, into a little ring. And that's what we want. It kind of shapes itself. And I keep getting snagged over here somewhere. It's around the leg of the table. Oops, that was a double. My mistake. I put it back in the same one. Alright, so slip stitch all the way down. And you have your little chain. Okay, so what I like to do so I don't lose my stitch, just kind of pull it, take out your hook. Now we're going to go back down to the first row. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in the center 2, we're going to go ahead and insert our hook behind the 2 center double crochets. And we're going to grab our little chain here, and we're going to slide it right behind them. Okay, and once you put it, you can pull it through. There we go. And now we pop our hook back on. And don't worry, since it slides behind these two, we can center it at the end, so it doesn't have to be perfect now. So we pop our hook back on. And we're going to go ahead and grab that chain, put it on our hook, and we're going to slip stitch through both loops like that. Okay, so now just kind of flip the little ring over. We're not going to crochet in those 2 center double crochets. We're just going to skip right to the last 2. So we're going to go ahead and double crochet in our last 2. And I don't know why this yarn is just snagging. And then remember the chain 3, we crochet on top of that 3rd chain. Okay, so that's what that looks like. We have our first ring. So we're going to chain 3 and turn. Again, we skip the first stitch and double crochet in the second. Now we're going to put 2 double crochets into that space at the center of our link. So go ahead and chain 2 double crochets. And always move because it's tricky to see, you'll find. So just kind of move your little link out of the way so you can see where your 2 doubles are left. And we put 1 double crochet on top of each. So crochet our last 2 doubles. Okay, chain 3 and turn. And see, that's your first ring. Okay, so the repetition, our repeat is going to be this following row. So pay attention here. If you're making it for adults, then we're going to go ahead and work this one together, and then you're going to repeat it twice more. And then if you're making it for a child, then you would repeat it once more and then come back to the video so we can do the last ring, which is a little bit different. So we have our chain 3, so we skip that one, double crochet into the second, and chain 15. Okay, and then slip stitch all the way down. So start with our second chain and slip stitch. Make our little ring. I think this would also be pretty like on an edge of something like a scarf, or even a crocheted purse would be pretty to have that edge with the chain. I don't know, you can get creative with this little thing. I guess if you wanted a multiple, it works in even numbers, so you could always do. Okay, again, pull out your hook. And this time we are going to slide our hook these 2 center double crochets. So grab all 4 of those little loops. Make sure you slide it behind all 4. And then grab your and slide it back there. And pull it through. And pop your ring. Pop your ring. Pop your hook back on. Grab the ring. And slip stitch. And then again, kind of move it out of the way so you can see the last 2. Crochet the last 2 double crochets. Get it why that. And that chain 3 on top of that 3rd chain. Okay, so that is the repeat for the next couple of rows. And you will chain 3 and turn and skip the first, double crochet into that second, and double crochet 2 double crochets into that space. And then again, pop that ring out of the way because it looks deceiving and you might crochet into the ring instead of your double crochets. And then just go ahead and finish your last 2. Always making sure you have 6 double crochets when you do crochet your full row, which is usually the reverse side of the work. So you have 2, 4, 6. And again, chain 3, and you're going to repeat the previous. So double crochet, chain your 15, slip stitch, and then slip it through the back there. So continue on. Like I said, if you're making this for a child, you're going to make this next one and then stop so we can come back and finish. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just for the purpose of this video. I'm just going to make the child size to show you how to make it. But if you're making the adult, then you're going to make this one and another one and then come back for the finishing link that we need to make. So I'll be back to show you how to finish the last link. Alright guys, so I did my 3rd one. So I'm just going to make, for this video, I'm making the child size. But like I said, if you're making the adult size, you should already have 4 of these links. Okay, so to finish off, once you're done with your last ring, then we're going to go ahead and chain 3 and turn. And we're going to go ahead and crochet our double into the second. And our 2 doubles in the center space. And then the 2 last doubles here. Always 2, 4, 6, good. And chain 3 and turn. We're going to crochet into the second. And we're going to make our chain of 15. And slip stitch. So we're going to make our last link. Okay, so once we have this one, there we go. So again, we're going to have to slip it through. So grab all 4 of those loops, grab your little link, pull it through. There we go. And make sure when you pull these through, make sure they're facing forward. That way it doesn't twist on you. It automatically does it. It's just the way it is. Okay, so in this case, just wait to grab this again. We're going to go ahead and crochet the middle 2. So those 2 doubles in the center, we're going to go ahead and crochet them this time. And then go ahead and grab this guy, your little link, and slip stitch and finish the last 2. Okay, so you can go ahead and fasten off now. And there we go. The reason we wanted to fill that in is because we need the space for the button at the end. But that is it. And now you can center them if they're off center somehow. But there you go. And that's what that looks like. And now you can go ahead and grab your buttons and sew them on the ends. See, and that's what I mean about the tails. If you have your tails, then you can just sew in your buttons with the tails there. But that is what that looks like. That's the adult size, and that would be the child size. So there you go. Not hard at all. Takes a little bit of time with the chains, but it looks really cute. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check the links in the description box. So Christmas is next week, so I just want to wish everyone a happy and safe Christmas. Stay safe, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.